My name is Erika Dumpel. I am the owner of CDA Inc., which is a benefits firm basically in the state of Georgia. We are a family-owned boutique benefits agency since August of 1975, primarily working with employer-based plans of 1 to 450 employees. It sounds like a wide range, but we somehow managed to handle that. Handling traditional plans, medical, 95% probably in the health insurance industry, but also the dental, the vision, the voluntary life, the regular life, the short-term disability, long-term disability, all the ancillary half-life type stuff that you hear about. So that's our world. It changes constantly, and we were just asking earlier how much notice do you get when things change? Well, really not much. So as the Democrats came, the Republicans have arrived. I don't know who's coming back. I don't know where it's swinging. All I know is we have clients and customers who need a tremendous amount of help navigating this dangerous and very expensive part of their budget. We are national in scope with personal service orientation, and we work with for-profit as well as not-for-profit companies. Our strength is we're able to create packages of benefits that are affordable for the employer and the employees, and I'll get into that in a second. I do a lot of consulting on Medicare issues. Should I be on Medicare if I'm over 65, if I'm in a small group, in a large group? Do I benefit price-wise? Do I benefit benefits-wise? So we have that whole piece. On the low-income and nonprofit side, we spend a lot of time determining, should a company offer health insurance? Who are you shooting in the foot if you do that? Because all of a sudden, some of your low-income folks lose their subsidy on the marketplace, which can be tremendously advantageous for them. So that part of the consulting piece becomes really important for us. Our objective, our focus is to save people money. And many of you have heard about this company that was 33 employees a few years ago who we saved $150,000, $160,000 just by being creative, just by asking back and forth with different vendors. I just finished 3 intense days for the same firm, and 3 intense means 3 10-hour days of crunching numbers, who said they were crunching numbers. And we took a 26% rate increase, which now a 97-person firm, figure out how much that costs, and went back and forth with the other vendors, back to the original carrier, different plan designs, different pieces that we move. We increase the deductible, we change the prescription card. We're coming in at 13% over. So that's got to be another $60,000, $70,000. I'll give you those numbers when we finish the final enrollment and see what it is. In the same way, my son recently had a 5-person group. So that's the market that most of us are in. He saved them $16,000 on their renewal, just by being creative. So it's not IBM, it's not Exxon, it's us. If we are careful with how we plan how we pick our plan designs, how we find the profile of who fits into these plan designs, how we shop, are we willing to answer some medical questions? Are we willing to look at how do you actually use this stuff? Are you a regular user? Are you about to have a major hip replacement? All of these questions become really important, and that's the value of a broker who is hands-on. And that, in this case, has produced $16,000. There are many different types of plans, but they fall into copay plans, traditional plans, high deductible plans. How do you know which one to pick? Has anybody at your employer group asked you, gone through a profile with you, had a conversation about this? Probably not. So you just, that one sounds good. Well, it's hit and miss, and it's how much, let me ask, how much are you guys paying for your health insurance? Okay, never mind the dental, the vision, and all the other stuff that we're involved in. We spend a lot of time with our client preemptively. The compliance stuff that is specific to benefits. I'm not in Julie's world with that HR piece, but within the benefits world, there are so many ways that you can shoot yourself in the foot and not even know it until someone comes knocking on your door. Of course, yesterday I got a call from the Department of Labor for one of our clients' 401ks, and my staff panicked, and I said, I don't think the Department of Labor makes outgoing calls any more than the IRS does or Social Security does. So don't panic when you get that. But when you get the letter, yeah, then you really need to pay attention. Did we file what we were supposed to? Do we have, as an example, if you are an employer, you're probably pre-taxing your employees' premiums. Do you have a document? Probably not if you're not with a payroll company. They'll do it. They just don't make sure you have the document, which is kind of a problem. We strive to support the HR person, and by that I mean, we are there when employees have claims questions, before they incur the claim. You know, where should I go most cost effectively? Once they have the claim, what does this thing mean? Is this correct? How come they say I owe all this money? We recently had an emergency appendectomy in Florida with a Georgia-based employee, and the doctor filed it as non-emergency. So now it's an out-of-network claim. Well, that's $30,000. So we obviously roll up our sleeves, get back in there and say, excuse me, how can an appendectomy not be an emergency when it's a different state? You know, come on. So that kind of work we do. We help with administrative and billing issues. Any of you who do your own bills, there are issues that come up and you probably don't even know what's going on, whether it's the cable company, the power company, the whatever, the bill doesn't look quite right and we're there. And because of the HR person we have in our office, we are really uniquely positioned to help companies as they go from one threshold to another. When you go from 20 to 21, there are new laws that apply to you. The COBRA issues, as an example. The Medicare issues, as an example. When you go to from 50 to 51, all of that ACA filing goes in. Not having that kind of support is really dangerous. And a lot of employers don't realize it. And this account I was working with yesterday, you know, they're 97 and they're growing, and I said, can you imagine, when you guys get to 500, what magic I can run? I can save you millions at that point. You know, so it's a creative piece that we provide and a high level of service. So what are we looking for? Flip the page, nice people. I'm sticking with that, that is first and foremost what we want. I'm looking, if you can find them, groups of 15 to 50, because that's where we can be the biggest help. They're going from 15 to 21, going from 50 to 51. Okay, and those are dangerous waters. Many brokers, and let me pick on the big guys, they sell the product, they pitch it over the fence to the service person, they show up next year for the renewal. There's a lot that can happen during those 12 months. All of a sudden, a group of 30 is a group of 60. Or it happened the year before and no one was paying attention, and now this year everything counts, everything matters. So kind of that's what I'm looking for, folks who may not have the consulting broker that we are. Oddly enough, our biggest groups, law firms, construction companies. Don't know why, they're about as opposite as they can be. Warehouse groups. I love warehouse workers. I don't know why, I can really talk to those folks, that's great. Not-for-profit companies, we come up with packages for them that are meaningful, where we can carve out management without hurting the other employees. We put in that discount program, which primarily was telemedicine. One of the groups that we put it in, they went live on Monday. Monday at 4 o'clock, there was a mom on the phone with the telemedicine about her child. It went viral in that firm. So everybody's jumping on it, they're thrilled. The employer is paying $15 a month for a whole barrage of benefits. And the other group that we had that has 34 people, we put that in as well as a long and short-term disability. They're paying less for that than they were for 3 people on the United Healthcare Plan. So go figure, that's how these numbers kind of flow. The last thing that I'm looking for, and this is something I'm kind of playing with, I'm looking for a kind of a sunsetting, an almost retired person. A lot of us know folks who are kind of getting pushed out, you know, because now you're getting too old, you're technologically challenged like many of us are. As you can tell, I don't have the video. I'm looking for someone or someone plus who knows people, who is getting to that age, maybe 68, 72, really doesn't want to work full time, but still wants to go out and have lunch and have coffee and be involved in a day-to-day lifestyle that they're accustomed to with no pressure. I'm looking for someone to introduce us to some of these up-market accounts, call them slightly larger companies, and even some smaller ones, and kind of just paying them like either a commission split or a finder's fee or something. But we need to move up market, and I was explaining earlier to someone, the way the insurance industry is structuring income, if we don't move up market, we will not be able to provide the level of service that I insist that we're going to provide. So that's my plea to you. If you know someone, if you have an Uncle Charlie, you know, who is going home and Aunt whoever is saying, get him out of here, I'm looking for that person. Erika Dumpel, CDA Inc.